On a warm spring evening, at the Emirates Stadium, under the floodlights and amidst the roar of over 60,000 Arsenal faithful, something extraordinary unfolded. The Premier League giants faced Italian stalwarts AC Milan in a high-stakes European clash, yet it wasn't the familiar faces of seasoned internationals who captured the headlines. It was two teenagers, barely old enough to drive, who stole the show and rewrote the evening's script. Mikel Arteta, Arsenal's passionate and forward-thinking manager, has never shied away from backing the club's academy graduates. His philosophy is simple: talent combined with the right environment can flourish under big-game pressure. When Arteta announced that 15-year-olds Kai Richardson and Hassan would make their senior debuts against Milan, pundits balked. Too soon, they warned. But Arteta saw what many could not: a fearless duo ready to rise. Kai Richardson, the composed, deep-lying playmaker, is known for pinpoint passing and an uncanny ability to read the game. In academy fixtures, he dictated tempo as if he'd been in midfield for a decade. Hassan, the dynamic wingback, combines electrifying pace with a knack for timing his runs into the box. Defenders who faced him in Youth Cup finals still recall the distress his overlapping bursts caused. These two followed parallel paths through Arsenal's renowned Hale End Academy. They trained on the same pitches, shared the same dreams, and absorbed the club's ethos: work hard, play smart, and always believe. As the whistle blew to kick off, nerves crackled through the Emirates. But Kai and Dele carried themselves with rare poise. In the opening minutes, Dele's darting run down the right flank forced Milan's left-back into a hurried clearance, an early statement of intent. Moments later, Kai, stationed near the halfway line, read a pass the way a veteran midfield general might, intercepted cleanly, and sprayed a perfectly weighted ball forward. Although the ensuing shot was saved, the message rang clear: these teenagers were no buskers. They were here to compete. Throughout the first half, their composure under relentless pressure earned nods of respect from every corner of the stadium. Arteta watched on, arms folded, his gamble looking less and less reckless by the minute. Milan struck first just before the break, with a clinical finish that silenced the crowd. But rather than wilt, Arsenal's young duo seemed to thrive. In the changing rooms, Arteta's tactical talk pulsed with encouragement. Keep the ball, trust your instincts, and lean on each other. You showed you belong, he told them. Now go show them who we are. The second half saw a palpable shift as Arsenal surged forward. Gabriel Martinelli's equaliser reignited the home fans' belief. Yet the defining moment came deep into extra time, when fatigue had set in across both benches. In the 118th minute, Hassan teed up the defining moment. He burst past a Milan fullback, whipped in a low cross, and sent it curling invitingly toward the edge of the box. There, Kai Richardson timed his run to perfection. With the calm precision of a seasoned professional, he struck a half-volley that sailed past the keeper's outstretched fingertips and nestled into the net. Pandemonium erupted as cameras panned to Arteta, who allowed himself a rare smile. On the touchline, supporters chanted the names of two schoolboys who had just delivered one of the club's most memorable European triumphs. In the post-match press conference, Arteta was effusive. Their composure was unbelievable, he declared. They showed fearlessness and maturity well beyond their years. Club legend Ian Wright went further, predicting these teenagers could become legends in their own right. Scouts from across the continent, who had come to witness established stars, now left with a fresh story to tell, and two new names on their notebooks. While the victory itself was momentous, knocking Milan out of Europe's elite competition, the lasting impact lies in what it signals for Arsenal's future. This night was the culmination of years of investment: expanded youth intake, state-of-the-art training hubs at London Coney, and a philosophy that prizes development as much as immediate results. Kai and Dele's breakthrough will inspire every young prospect in the club's ranks. It demonstrates that Arsenal's pathway from academy pitches to European nights is not a fairy tale but a tangible reality. As the season progresses, Every Arsenal fan will watch keenly to see how these two wunderkids fit into the long-term vision. Can Kai Richardson marshal midfield battles against seasoned pros week in, week out? Will Dele Hassan's blistering pace translate into consistent attacking contributions at senior level? The true test of potential lies not in a single dazzling moment, but in consistency, growth, and adaptation. Yet one thing is certain: when Arteta entrusted two 15-year-olds with the club's fate, his faith was vindicated in spectacular fashion. Football is replete with stories of prodigies who flare briefly before fading away. But every so often, the stars align, talent meets opportunity, and belief turns into performance. Arsenal's last gasp victory over Milan was one such moment. For Kai Richardson and Dele Hassan, it was not just a debut but a declaration. The next era of Arsenal greatness has arrived, and it wears the faces of two remarkably gifted teenagers. As the Emirates faithful file out into the night, one question lingers in the air: how high will these young stars fly? The journey has only just begun.